We're the Cognitive Merchant, and this is Tavern Talk.
We have turned the tables on our usual host, Baylor Banis, and we're going to make it his turn to make a D&D character today. How you doing, Baylor?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm astonished. That was well in sync.
Woo! It worked.
Wow, 10 out of 10, guys. I think I need to head. You should work full time.
Well, shall we get started?
Yeah, I'm hype. I'm freaking hype.
Excellent. Now, tell the guys what you're doing, what do you do, and where they can find you, man.
You can find me literally here, and you can also find me on Twitch at @b&b_tavern, and then you can also find me live at MechaCon, because we'll be selling things of your amazing products with Torchlight. And then also, I run a podcast that talks to amazing people like these folks and some other people that have done a couple of things. And then I myself am an audio engineer for voice actors in video games. And I've recently helped with 2 new video games, one coming out on Nintendo Switch, which I'm really excited about. My dad's in that, and my dad's in the other video game as well that so it's been cool Pop and Sun team.
Amazing.
And we believe that you are doing quite well at Hearthstone at the moment?
Yes, I am currently a sponsored Hearthstone player, and also currently in the process with a friend of mine from ESPN Esports of becoming a professional caster for Blizzard themselves.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing, mate. We are totally so proud of you, and so proud to have you on the team as well.
Bless you. I love you guys so much. You're the best.
Right, should we dive in?
Yes.
Okay, so first question.
Yes.
Male, female, or other?
All right. I gotta stick with my guns and go with what I know. I know about being a guy, so I'm gonna go with that.
Okay,
excellent.
Cool. Yes. Right. The next question is race. We have the regular, well-known races and some exotic ones that B's going to run through with you.
Am I? Okay. We've got a human, elf, half-elf, dwarf, halfling, gnome, and half-orc and goblin.
And then we have the more exotic races, which are the Aarakocra, which are humanoid eagle folk. We have the Aasimar, which are more angelic folk. Bugbears, which are large, beast-like goblinoids. Dragonborn, think humanoid dragon folk. A Furbolg, a very nature-loving giantkin. The Genasi, which are, think humanoid elementals, kind of a little bit insect-like in their features. Then we have Goliaths, they're big, strong nomads. Hobgoblins, like a goblin, but bigger and uglier. Mm-hmm. You've got the Kenku, which are raven folk. They don't have a language of their own, but they put a language together from all the different things that they hear.
They mimic everything. They're like parrots.
Yeah. And then you've got kobolds, which are kind of small reptilian people. What else do we have? We've got the Yuan-Ti, which are serpent people.
Oh,
or
right.
Slytherin, like serpent-like. The Tabaxi, which are cat folk. So maybe or like lion-like. Tieflings, which are humanoids with demon ancestry. So kind of the opposite of the Aasimar. You've got Tritons, which are merfolk.
Mermaids!
Yeah, think the Little Mermaid, but more kick-ass.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
You've got one of my favourites, the Tortle, which is like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
What? That's a thing now?
Yeah, so they call it they're turtle people, and they're like a cross between like...
You can so be a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's all the classes that we've got. That's all the races that we've got. And B's going to work her way through the classes with you now.
Should we pick?
Oh yeah,
right?
Pick a race first?
Yes.
Yeah, I should...
Do. We know this.
we should probably also let the people know at home that this is also partly for the convention itself, because I guess our staff uniform, if you will, is our D&D characters. So I gotta think about this, like how heavy I also want to cosplay.
Because within the cognitive merchant and what we do, we always like to be one of our D&D characters to represent the cognitive merchant.
We want to stay in the fantasy world.
Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah, you definitely should check out their Twitter, because it's absolutely they have their characters and they're absolutely amazing. And I love the. I think what really just gets to me is just how well you did the eyes, like the different color sized eyes and whatnot. It just looks so cool with your wizard.
Well, you are now one of us. One of us.
So come on, let's think of a race.
I think I wanna challenge myself to a certain extent. Now, I was thinking about, I am 5 foot even, which is very, very short. But I think it might be fun to try to be a tall person and wear like stilts or something. So I do have shrimp boots that I can like put stuff in to make me taller.
Okay.
So like, let's see, what colors? Like, am I correct in thinking like furbolgs are like purple skin colored, or?
Kind of
blue.
Like in a lot of the artwork, their skin is like thin fur, and they're often pictured in a kind of grey or like tinted blue.
Yeah.
But I'm sure furbolgs come in all different kinds of colours.
I'm sure. I like blue, so I wouldn't argue being colored in blue. I think I would dig that a lot.
You going furball?
Yeah, I think my nose is big enough for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
One less prop.
Exactly.
Cool. So
being very minimalistic.
So you're going to be a nature-loving furbolg.
Heck
They
yeah.
tend to be kind of quite lonesome in nature and stay away from the other kind of giant folks. But they are the smartest of the giant folks.
I do work remotely, so I think that works quite fine.
Perfect.
Cool.
And I also saw this on Critical Role, and I just absolutely loved just like the character display that was used by Matt, and I was like, I love furbolgs. They're my favorite race now.
Yeah, and I think you get the ability to like turn invisible once a turn.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would make my life so much easier.
Yeah, you can just kind of turn invisible and go and do whatever you need to do.
I dig it.
You're quite good with nature and animals and whatnot.
I do have 9 cats.
Brilliant. This is so fitting.
Yeah. So, should we move on to classes then? So we're going furball, and we'll move on to the classes.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So, you have several choices here. We have a barbarian, rage-driven fighter. Rah!
Roar.
We've got the bard, inspiring entertainer. We've got clerics, a priestly champion, using divine magic. We've got druids, nature magic and shape changing. We've got fighters that are masters of martial combat. We've got monks, fisticuffs. We've got paladins, holy warriors that has taken an oath. We've got rangers that
really great with a bow and uses nature magic.
Yeah, we've got rogues, sneaky, tricky, stabby.
Great description. Best one.
Cheers. Sorcerer, magic user that draws from its bloodline. So you've got the magic in your blood. You've got warlock, wields magic from his otherworldly patron, or kind of.
So it can be like a good fae or like a horrible demon.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got, and finally we've got a wizard, magic user that gets the power from learning. So, you've sat in the citadel for years and years with your nose in books, and then you can do some magic.
Fucking nerd.
Well, that would still fit the isolation description. Now let's see. Wizards cast through arcane energy itself, and then sorcerers use books, right?
No, the other way around. So wizards and sorcerers have the energy kind of within them. They use their their passion and soul and spirit to cast magic, whereas a wizard is about learning how to play with the energies around them.
Well, I'm kind of like going back and forth between like druid, because in the sense of like nature loving furball, it just kind of ties in really well. But I'm also thinking about sorcerer as well, because my character, I imagine, is very passionate about selling stuff to people.
Okay.
Do you know any magic tricks?
Does I can turn my legs backwards and look like half of my body looks 180.
We'll find somebody to teach you some magic, dude.
That would be great. I have like a couple of I have a friend named Emmett, and he's a street performer magician that comes during the winter in New Orleans.
Nice.
And he gave me like a bunch of like cool little magic doodads. So I have like a weird little box that disappears coins and whatnot.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Just make sure people are using their coins.
Yeah. I have another cool like card weird thing. I don't know. I definitely would love to learn some magic tricks. It would be a great excuse.
We've got one of our apprentices is a budding magician, and we've got a close friend, Casper, who is a very well known magician. So we'll get them to teach you some stuff, man.
Oh my god, yes! I would love card tricks. I think that would be the coolest things. I would love to learn how to do like card tricks with the business cards of Cognitive Merchant. I think that would be so cool. Like sort of doing behind, like, oh, what's this? A way to get a custom order. Here you go.
Yeah, that's a definite. Yeah, we love magic and seeing magic shows, don't we?
Yeah.
So much fun. So sorcerer.
You know what? I'm digging it.
Druids still use magic.
Druid does use magics, but I also, as myself, I am not a big outdoorsy person. I like to stand outside for 5 minutes, enjoy the fresh air, and then walk away before the bugs show up. So I think sorcerer sounds, and sorcerer can also be nature loving itself in its own way to a certain extent. So I think sorcerer fits me more as a person.
Yeah, that's what you should go for then.
So you're going to be a furball sorcerer.
Yes, and it gives me an excuse to wear robes.
Yes, that's an interesting combination.
So the next thing that we want to kind of figure out is your background. So now that you've kind of got a bit of a character in your head and you know what race they are and you know what class they are, let's have a think about maybe their background and where you think that they would come from. A little bit of their history.
I think I'm gonna go. This is partly technical and partly of a story I'm sort of improvising in my head right now. I think I want to go for a folk hero, because of the animal handling. That would make me very proficient, and I'm very proficient with my kitten. I think that would be amazing for like my 7 foot tall character to have like a little kitten.
Yeah.
Kind of like an Of Mice and Men situation.
Almost like Mincy and Boo.
Yeah. And I think like the story is that he was a shop owner, and there was like a traveling band of like thieves and whatnot, and they stopped by like his sort of 7-Eleven of magical goods, and like they were gonna steal from him, and then he sort of was like, not on my watch, no, and just kind of like, I don't know, thunderclapped them or something, and like saved the town. They were like, you stopped these bandits, and they were like, were they really hard?
That sounds brilliant. I'm liking that. Cool. I'm really liking that. You just
And-
need to be careful not to squeeze your kitten.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm gonna make myself like look like a really really tall weak furball, and that's why he
Okay.
does magic more. He's like, I'm gonna have Arcane lift stuff for me, so I don't have to build up the muscles.
Yes.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan I need.
We all need. I would love that. Oh my gosh. There's almost something like that in real life, actually, where there's like this crazy like device I saw from Japan, where it's like an exoskeleton thing you attach yourself to, and it helps. It like for some reason it triggers nerves in your muscles to make it easier to lift stuff and whatnot. So like for workers, you could like lift 100 pounds easily with just like a feather.
Oh, I want the
so good.
Robocop suit.
Oh my god! I don't know if it goes that far. I wouldn't. That's like Paladin armor 2.0.
One day when we've all made our fortune, we'll go get them and just do boxing.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Real life Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They had that at the. We were at a tattoo convention, the tattoo tea party, over the weekend, dropping off some leather goods for some tattooists there, and they had a big ring with giant gloves, and there was just two brothers of about like, I don't know, 6 to 8 year old,
Whoa.
just going at each other with them, could barely lift the gloves.
I could barely lift those gloves.
Each glove is the same size as they are.
Aw,
So it's very-
that's so sweet. I'm sure the parents watching were like, you know what? I think we need this for our backyard.
Yeah. I think that's a great parental
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah, we were gonna have a go, but then I remembered B's really strong and I'm a chicken.
Yeah, you have a whole like fitness Facebook page thing. It's like,
Yeah.
what does it call it? Fitbia or?
Be fit.
Oh, that's it. Oh my god, it's so that's such a good ring.
I was like, I am not getting in the ring with you.
I really wanted to. You wouldn't
I
let
would
me.
have. I would have done it. I've done a few pillow fights in my days where I've gotten wailed upon.
But speaking of physical attributes,
Yes, the
Business
best
segment.
segues. Oh my god, you guys are the best.
let's we're gonna kind of play about with your stats now by asking you a few questions. So, first question is, do you think your character would be more strong or fast?
They would be fast, but they would stumble upon their own robes.
Right. Okay.
Clumsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see.
Like, they would have to do that thing where they lift the front of their robes and do, like, a little sprint.
But their reactions to maybe some other things around.
It's a knee-jerk reaction to do that.
Yeah. Or maybe, when they're trying to throw out a spell because something's coming at them and they need to throw up a shield, maybe they quite quick.
Yeah. I think a sleight of hand would be very proficient. Like, they would be very proficient in that.
Yeah, cool. So, smart or wise? He's more kind of, he understands the world around him a lot more, or do you think he's very book smart?
Let's see. It also depends on how they cast. They cast through intelligence, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Charisma.
Cool. Oh, charisma, really? Okay, well then this doesn't matter. Let's see. I would say because of the background. Let's see. He became folk hero. He decided to save storefronts and sort of become sort of like a not a guardian, but like just sort of like a local superhero. I would say he
Like a man of the pop-ups.
yeah, exactly. Like he like it. When the town's running their like flea market or bazaar, he's the guy that's sort of watching over, and making sure everybody's being responsible and paying their due. I would say I would say he's pretty smart because obviously it takes a lot to channel your inner arcane energy, intelligence-wise. But I would say, wisdom-wise, he's very self-aware about the world around him, and it allows him to so he's smart about the environment that he's in, and he's able to know that in the environment there's stuff that he could use to his advantage. So like, if there's like a shelf nearby and he needs to cause a distraction, not kill something, he might think about you toppling over the shelf on top of the guy to like get away or something.
Right.
Do you think he does much kind of reading and research?
I think I think he may read. If he has to read long text, he'll be like, "Ugh, fine, whatever." But I think he wants to find sort of like he wants to learn spells with like spell books for dummies. So it's like it's more like those Lego instructions of spells with just like the pictures of like the little characters in speech bubbles saying the words that you need to say and holding the items.
That's an idea for a new product right here.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be so cool.
Spell cards.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of work through the different maybe proficiencies that you might have, because it lets you pick a few.
I would say he's very charismatic as well, by the way.
He's very charismatic. Yep, I put that down already.
Yeah.
So, would you say that he was religious at all?
No.
Okay. Do you? Would you say he is? Would you say he would rather intimidate than persuade, or persuade rather than intimidate?
I think he would be. I think he would be more of a persuasive type and just try to have a silver tongue.
Yeah.
Because whatever is the easiest option to do, he will. So if he doesn't have to do magic, like takes a lot of concentration, he'll just try to talk his way out of a situation.
Sweet talking.
So with the sweet talking, would you say he maybe lies quite a bit, or does he try to stick to the truth when he's persuading people?
He tries to keep a half glass full attitude, kind of. Like, sort of like, you know what? If you don't steal money from me, you know, it could be cool. You don't have to lose a limb, and maybe I could buy you dinner, and we could just forget about the whole thing.
Yeah. And what about actually understanding magic? With sorcerers, it comes naturally from within, but because they have an interest in it, they may have gone and done lots of research as well and found out.
Yeah, I would say he's more of a wild magic kind of fellow. So he's like mid-tier understanding. Like, I know what I need, I know the materials, I know what I need to cast this, I know how to cast this, I know where it comes from, how to do it very properly. It's more like, it's kind of like a physical sport. You know how it works, you know what to do and what you need to do, but going about doing it yourself, your body's like blah, blah, blah.
I know this too well. How about, what's he like with people? Like, does he understand people very well, or do you think that he's not really around people much?
Given he was one of those furbolgs that wanted to break this, that wasn't trying to break the stereotype, but personally, he was like, this isolation's too much for me. I need to do something. So, like, running a storefront of, like, a 7-Eleven magical goods or whatever, or just whatnot, and talking to people and make sure that he has to have this good level of charisma. Whether it's actually getting to know them is not really important to him. He's sort of like, he'll know, like, sort of textbook preset ways of talking about and steering the conversation, and then on top of that, he will try to be as perceptive as possible. Like, if he notices a pin and it's a deity he recognizes, like a religious symbol, he's like, oh, you know, I met you guys. You guys make some pretty good, like, religious books and whatnot, or something like that. He'll like he'll look at like what they're wearing to see if he can relate with them in any way, or try to sound like he can relate with them.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we've got that all down. Now it's kind of time to decide what kind of sorcerer you want to be. So there's a few to choose from. I gotta say, I have my personal favorite here, but I won't tell you which one that is until the end.
Is wild magic an option?
Yeah. So I'll read them all out to you, just so that
of course.
you know them all. So you've got Divine, which is you have more kind of clerical healing spells, and you get bonuses to missed attacks or saves. You have Draconic, which you get kind of more, you're a little bit more armoured, and a more kind of HP and attack based. You have Shadow, where you gain things like Dark Vision, which I think you probably already have as a Furball, but I'm not sure.
I believe I do because I have some Elven descent.
Yeah. And with Shadow, you can also you get a chance to resist dropping to 0 hit points. Then you have a Storm Sorcerer, so that's all about kind of the primordial storm. You know the primordial language, and at some point you actually get wings and are able to fly.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you've got Wild Magic Sorcerer, which is basically you do crazy stuff, things fuck up a lot, stuff goes crazy, but you have a better chance of hitting things. But it causes maximum chaos.
I think the wild magic kind of suits, because he's like, yeah, I'm pretty good with the magic, but there's a reason why I try to talk out of things before using the magic.
Yeah. I love Wild Magic Sorcerers. They're my favourite. Like, the more chaos on that board, the better.
The first one I had the privilege of seeing, within like the first few minutes, turned themselves into, like, they did Arcane Missile and then somehow turned themselves into a pink Basset Hound for 1 hour.
Nice.
It was great.
Love it.
Okay, so we've just pick equipment. That's it, really. Equipment and a name. You think
The
of a
most
name in the back of your
important
head.
thing is the name.
Yes.
Yes. But while
What's in a
kind of
name?
having that in the back of your head, we'll go through like a few little equipment options. So
Right.
you can have a light crossbow with 20 bolts, or a simple weapon to start with.
Um,
And you would be mainly dex based, so if you pick a simple weapon, you'd kind of want one that was dex or finesse based.
okay. I probably would go with simple weapon, because like if because in his mind he already has ranged attacks, so it's like, brr, what am I gonna do with like a physical, ranged
Yeah.
weapon? So he'll be like, in close quarters, may as well, right?
Yeah.
So let's see, like a short sword would be a thing.
I'll read what's out on the list, and these are simple melee weapons. You've got a club, a dagger, a great club, a hand axe, a javelin, a light hammer, a mace, a quarterstaff, a sickle, a spear, or you can have no weapon and just do unarmed strikes.
Bunch of people.
Well, he doesn't like touching too many people with his hands. So I think the quarterstaff would be the answer, because I do imagine him having like some sort of walking stick,
Yeah.
because he is quite clumsy, and his center of balance is not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you said you were going to go for something older looking, did you? Was that right?
I don't think you guys asked about my age or
Oh.
height.
I was gonna wait until near the end for that.
Okay, I'll keep that in the back of my head as well.
Cool.
So the next one is for when you're casting magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see him kind of collecting components and putting them together, or do you think that he would have some kind of arcane focus that he would channel his magic through?
I don't know how focused the Arcane Focus would be, but it would definitely be Arcane Focus with the wild man.
Okay.
What would it be?
What do you think it would be?
Like what? Where would he draw his power from?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can be anything, like a
Pendant,
symbol, an acorn, it can be
trinket.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
His kitten.
kitten. So, while
power
casting magic, he would hold up his kitten and be like,
He would sort of like
"Power
He
of
w-
nature compels you."
he would have like a little like satchel on the side and just sort of scratch the head of his kitten and like
Nice.
point with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. I love it.
I think
love
I think at this point, it's important for Baylor to describe the kitten.
Yes.
Um.
Kitten have you got?
Let me see, cause here, I will use my real life kitten, and my real life kitten is sort of this. I have a photo of him, and the viewers won't be able to see it because I just realized it's an audio only podcast. But it will be. I will still try to describe it, and it's basically this this gray kitten with like white patches under it and then white socks, and it's just this very very petite little baby named Little Bit.
I think when this goes out, you'll have to post up a little picture in the comments.
Yes, you do.
Yes, here is my kitten.
No.
Oh, I want one.
That is
I'm gonna make you a pouch for
adorable.
this kitten.
It was an extremely cold winter, and in Louisiana, oddly enough, thanks global warming, and there was a herd of cats. I was hanging out at my local game shop, and I saw her walk up to me, and I held her, and she immediately fell asleep in my arms.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, I think we need to make him like a little leather fur-lined pouch or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you could keep your kitten with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe, or like I don't know how I would like channel the energy from the kitten, but I think that's like one way of going about it, like little scratch of the chin.
Fur dogs are really like
Nature.
in tune with nature, so maybe you and the kitten just have a link, like a
Oh yeah.
thick link, and you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. I love it.
Okay, now, one more question before we get to the name.
All right.
Is how old is your character?
Ooh. Also, he is 7 foot tall, like the tallest you can be as a furbog.
Huge. Really?
Yeah, just I want to be tall. I always wanted to be tall when I grew up, and now I can't. But it's okay.
I'm right there with you, dude.
You're taller than me.
I know, but still sure.
Thanks for making me feel better. Gosh. But let's see. Oh God, they age like elves, don't they?
Yes.
They
They are giant kin, so they do age like giants and elves. They live for quite a while.
like they age like humans, and then they slow down the process after a while. I would say
I might have to double check it, but that's my understanding of it.
I would say he's like, in a weird way, he's still learning a lot about the world, but he's been around the world for a long time and just sort of been ignorant about learning it. I would say he's like 210 years old.
210. Cool. So yeah, that's quite a good age. 210? Good age.
Well, yeah.
So now, what's he called?
He's called oh my God.
It's the hardest question ever.
He's called Mivik.
Mimic. Spell it out for me.
Mivick.
Mimic.
Mivik the Chaos.
The chaos. And what is his kitten called?
Little Bit.
Little
Like
bit.
in one word.
little bit. I am writing this down in your notes. Bear with me 1 second.
It was I found I'll just say I found the kitten in like I don't know outside of my shop, and I just kind of fell in love with that one because I found like a mom hanging out in front of the store and had a litter, and I was like I love this one. They're just like I have cats in my little store.
There was a spark.
Yeah. It was it was just like I saw the cat and just immediately there was a flare in my eyes and just like a bunch of arcane missiles just came around and I lit the roof on fire. I was like, oh jeez, I love cats so much.
That must be my cat.
Yeah.
Awesome! Wow, I really like this character. That's so good. I can't wait to
Mivik.
game with him.
I can't wait to name him either.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to cosplay this guy as well. I think he's
What would he wear? What would you see him
oh
wear?
Lord, I would see him wearing like robes to complement his light blue skin. Like he would wear like it wouldn't be the cleanest, but it would be like sapphire blue robes.
Right.
And he would just have a walking stick, and he would wear like sort of a traveler's hat as well, that I have in the back that I bought at Renaissance Festival that I immediately see him wearing. It's kind of like this leather Indiana Jones looking hat.
Cool.
That like has a big enough brim to keep out the sun, and like maybe wears a couple of like arcane necklaces to like I don't know he's kind of like it's like he believes it helps him control the chaotic magic that he does, but it's just like he's lying to himself. But
it's
still,
just
like,
something for the kitten to play with.
Yeah, exactly.
Are his robes quite rich, or what?
Do you think they're like very embroidered, or do you think they're just very simple?
I think they have a little bit of pizzazz to them, but not too much. He owns a storefront, so he wants to look a little bit nice. I think they're simple robes with like ocean wave swirls that go around, like Roman wave swirls and whatnot.
Nice.
And he just has this nice beard and just sort of this simple like complexion of like it's not all bad. I'm fine. I got a cat.
I'm liking this character already. I can wait to see it coming together, like the full costume. I want to see it.
That
Me
cosplay
too.
definitely needs to happen.
I definitely need your guys' help to like figure out how to use materials and whatnot because I'm so new to this world.
That's what we're there for.
We are happy to help.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm digging it.
Well, that is Mivik created.
Well
I
done.
love Mivik. He's my new child.
And we'll ask like the audience at home that are listening right now to just, even though they're probably there on their own, give Baylor a round of applause. Yay!
Yay! Aw, thank you guys for doing this so much. You really made my day.
It was so fun turning the tables and seeing what you come up with, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I personally enjoy this. And please, if you enjoyed this, you should also enjoy Fine Leathery Goodness by checking out cognimerchant.co.uk. And I think I've like you could also check out a bunch of like information about them. They explained a lot in Gene's Wondrous One Shot as well, where I think I plugged the hell out of you guys. And I promise at some point you'll live. At some point.
Yeah.
You know.
Not that time.
It would be fun to maybe live through one of Gene's games.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about that. If he doesn't do it again, he's fired.
Just tell him go easy next time.
Yeah, we'll do a level 1 shot.
Yeah, just like instead of some crazy sick alien-like world, maybe just like the world of chocolate and lollipops.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't give him ideas. There's gonna be some sort of chocolate monster with lollipop, I don't know, hammer on it, and it's just gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
No, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
That would be
The
Gene.
lollipop, the lollipop will touch you, and you will just rot from necrotic damage.
Yeah, like the cavities will, instead of just spread on your teeth, will spread onto your
Yeah.
skin, and you'll just slowly rot. And it's just
Yeah.
that's so horrific.
Yeah.
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 I think this should happen, actually.
Yeah.
I'm liking that idea.
I think even in
Candy golem.
Yes!
I think even in a candy cane setting, Gene would find a way to destroy our minds.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yes. Gene is like the next Edgar Allan Poe. He's just he's a brilliant writer that knows exactly how to make a situation scary.
And his artistry is really good as well. We really like a lot of
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's us done.
I think it is. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. We always love the support, but if you really want to support us, please go ahead and follow us on B&B_Tavern and let Twitch know that we reached the requirements to be an affiliate and we can get partnered. But just let the people know on Twitter, and also follow us on Twitter. Please follow these guys on Twitter. Holy smokes! Congratulations on making 1,000 followers, by the way.
Yay!
Check on mechacon.com. I think it's not the last weekend, but I think it's the second last weekend of July is when the Mechacon is, and we'll be selling a bunch of their goods. You can definitely check that out if you want to get an idea of what their goods are. Frickin' check out the website, like I said, cognitive.merchant.co.uk, and check out their blog. Check out everything they do. They're literally the best people in the world, and I love them.
Right back at you.
Yay! And with that, we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Nobody knows we're waving goodbye.
It's waving.
It's a goodbye dance. Da 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 da.
Waving away.